what's going on, Jam fam? So in my most recent video, I talked about how Hypercharge Unleashed was being removed from the game, and I said that it was an L because they never really told us how we were going to get our free Hypercharge for this season. But I did also say that there was a possibility on update day, we would just have a free Hypercharge sitting in the shop and we could claim it and it wouldn't be a big deal. Well, here we are on update day and there's no Hypercharge in the shop. So what's going on? Well, we did get a couple answers over on twitter.com. So let's break that down. Let's jump over here onto Twitter and we're going to talk about what's going on. So obviously we're going to kick this off with the post from a couple days ago. Actually, it's over a week old now, but they were saying this is where they announced that there was going to be no Hypercharge Unleashed. Obviously, we know what that means. That means they're not going to be doing the event. But they also said that they were going to make it easier and faster to get new Hypercharges. Now, when you read this as a normal person, it makes it sound like they're either going to reduce the cost of Hypercharges, there's going to be a new currency to get Hypercharges, or they're going to buff up our gold, something along those lines, right? Well, that's not what they meant at all. They never said anything, but we did get confirmation from Michael. Now, if you don't know who Michael is, he's a lore YouTuber. He's huge, and he's got like massive videos, and he does sneak peek stuff. So one of his followers asked about what was going on with this entire situation. Now, Michael says the only information that he has on this was that Hypercharge Gem exclusivity was going to be reduced from 14 days to 7 days. Now, when you read this post, that doesn't sound anything like what they meant. It would make it faster to get them if you're paying for it, but that's like not exactly what we're talking about as normal people. Well, unfortunately, that's the only change they made. Flying Line is somebody that I follow. He does like concepts and stuff like that. He made a post asking about this entire thing, and he actually got a reply straight from Dani about the entire situation. Dani said that it was poorly communicated. What they're doing is actually reducing the cooldown to 1 week and guaranteeing hypercharges for new players, just like Michael said. But again, as a normal person, you read this and that's not what you think of immediately. So obviously poorly communicated. That really sucks. But Dani does continue on to say that the resource budget will not disappear, and anything that they don't use could be given back to the community, not guaranteed. So you could see this in some form of special event or some other different way. Now, this does suck, but the fact that there is a possibility we will be getting the resource back, that's cool. Now, he does continue on to say that the reason why the event was removed entirely is because it wasn't performing well. Now, this kind of makes sense because Hypercharge Unleashed was an event where you played your 10, 15, 20 games, you got your free Hypercharge, and then you moved on, and you went and played ladder, or you went and played ranked, or whatever. So then he continues on down here saying that because this is one of the most exciting events, they want to make sure it's something that drums up reach, buzz, hype, all that type of stuff. Now, obviously, this does make sense. You're giving out a free 5,000 coin value to every single player that engages with the event. You want to make sure that your player base is rising when this event is going on. You want to make sure that people are hype about it and they're engaging with the event as much as possible. We see this with stuff like the Brawl Like a Girl or the Shooting Stars event. Those were really hype events. We got really good rewards and everybody was grinding the game nonstop because of that. So I won't be shocked if we see something very similar to that, but instead of it being like 100 star drops or something like that, it ends up being a free Hypercharge. Then finally, this last paragraph is basically just talking about how Club League had good rewards, but low engagement, and Mega Pig is the opposite. I'm not going to talk about that. That's obviously, you can barely even see it right now. But anyway, obviously, that doesn't really matter to this entire situation. This is the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about. So just to recap, they poorly communicated what was going on with Hypercharges here. They said they were removing the event, and they made it sound like we were going to get them easier. But what they actually meant was that they're just reducing the availability waiting period for free-to-play players. And then he continues on. Then Dani confirms that it's a resource budget. It should come back to the community and that they want to do some kind of event. Now, the thing that really sucks in my eyes is nothing is confirmed in stone yet about any of this. This is all just like Dani trying to put out fires, and that's his job. It's not his job to develop the game or balance the economy or anything. His job is to engage with the community and talk about any issues that people might have. And like, obviously this was getting drummed up. It ended up on his radar. He's taking care of it. The good news is though that Supercell knows that we know about the entire situation. They know that they can't just run and hide and ignore the entire thing. They need to give us some form of compensation eventually. Now, like Dani said, it would be cool to do an event that gets people hype and gets them engaged and gets the player base rising again. So I'm fully expecting within the next week or two, they're going to announce some kind of event that gives us a free Hypercharge at the end of the reward. Maybe it might happen after the Mutations event, because that is also something that's going to be going on. So maybe after Mutations is over, then we'll have like a Hypercharge event. Again, that's just speculation for me. I'm just going off kind of the vibes that Dani's giving off here. Obviously, I think they got something in the works though. I don't think they're just going to be nerfing our progression by 5,000 coins and telling us to suck it. So Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video filling you guys in on what's going on with the hypercharge situation. It does suck that we didn't get a free hypercharge today. If you had to go out and buy your hypercharge, I feel sorry for you. That really sucks. I'm in the same boat as you. I didn't get a free hypercharge, so I might end up buying one personally. I don't know for sure. Anyway, let me know what you think about the situation down in the comments. Make sure you keep an eye on it, and if we don't hear any news about it within the next like 2-3 weeks, then I think we all should riot. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. Let me know if you enjoyed my yapping. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you're new, consider dropping a sub as well. But that's gonna do it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.